Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks. Welcome to the underground laboratory where we create robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. And comics. Yes, we're working on comics again as we start day 002. Day 2 of 100 days of making comics. Alright, so what is 100 days of making comics all about? Well, it's where we spend at least 30 minutes a day, every day, working on our own personal comic book project. Should I explain this to you every time? I don't. Well, you know what formal Marvel Comics editor Jim Shooter used to say is every comic is somebody's first comic. So it could be the same with this show. Every episode could be somebody's first episode of 100 Days of Making Comics. Although I'm not sure why you would start on episode 2. But you know, if you do, that's great. I mean, the world needs more rogues, more rebels, more renegades, people to buck the system. So if your thing is just starting on day 2, forget about number 1. More power to you. That's awesome. You go. My comic book project, Young and the Dead, it's a kids versus zombies story. It takes place in the 80s. It's like Goonies meets Night of the Living Dead. Right, so at day 2 of round 2 of 100 Days of Making Comics, I've done this once before, and it was quite an experience, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to get back to it. But at day 2, we've done a little bit of work, mainly just the preliminary stuff. We're only, trying to get in that 30 minutes a day. So some of these things could take a little bit longer. So we've made some progress, but we've got a long way to go. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get to it. And what we do to make things easier here in the lab, we've got the paralleloscope, which allows us to travel to parallel universes where I can kind of recruit alternate versions of myself to kind of get that process going, make it go a little faster. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go to the paralleloscope and see where we're at. Hey, so I am headed over to Arizona Art Supply. It's out here in Arizona. It's pretty much I guess we got Blick out here, but I like Arizona Art Supply. They got a few different locations, but it's usually pretty far from where I live. Actually not too far from me. They have a small little, it's like a little satellite location, but they don't really have a big selection. But anyway, I'm going to the big store. I'm gonna get some art supplies because tomorrow I'm going to a drink and draw / life drawing thing. So they're supposed to have a live model. I don't think it's a nude model. I'm guessing because it's in a bookstore. It's a Changing Hands bookstore. So I'm going there tomorrow. But yeah, so I need to. Oh, this is like wobbly. I need to get some art supplies, so some I guess traditional art supplies. So I have to see what I find out. So let's head on over to Arizona Art Supply. All right, here I am at Arizona Art Supply. This is probably my favorite art supply store. I don't get out here much, but when I do, I really enjoy it because they've got a huge selection, all kinds of cool stuff. As you can see, I've got one of those tracers, by the way. I use it for murals and things. And then, of course, tons of paper and books. They got a pretty nice selection of art books. Just a plethora of arty goodness. But I am looking for, what am I looking for? I need to find some Colorase pencils. That's what I need. And then some paper, probably. But yeah, here's okay, so we got the pencil section. And there they are. There's the Colorase. And of course paper, and gotta find my Kona paper. And there it is, a pack. What a deal. Alright. So today I am away from my home studio. I'm over at my girlfriend's house, but that doesn't mean the comic book making process stops. No matter where I am, I'm going to be working on this for at least 30 minutes a day. So yesterday I did a lot of brainstorming and just trying to get back into the swing of things after kind of being absent from so long from my comic books. So I've got some notes here, both physical, and I've also got my iPad here with my Evernote and everything. So what I'm thinking about today is more about pacing the comic. This issue is going to be a little bit different than the previous issue. The previous issue, there was a large section of exposition that I had to kind of put out there. Now, hopefully I did it in sort of a creative way, but this issue, now that I've kind of explained a lot of these things, how kind of these the zombies in my world operate, or how they work, or how they're different, typically from what you might find in a zombie story. There's certain aspects of them, about them, that makes them a little unique. But it's all about explaining that, because when people come to expect one thing from a certain genre, a certain type of character, you have to kind of explain these aren't exactly the same type of thing. So, and how this kind of came about. So I'm adding, so the more you go, you're learning a little more about the story and the background, and how this world operates and how it works. But this, now that I've kind of got some of that out of the way, I'm going to go back. This issue is going to be a lot more action oriented, and not that there wasn't like action in the past issue, there was, but this issue is more about moving and getting our characters together. A lot of my characters have been separated. Everyone needs to come together at this certain point, at this certain place, and then that's kind of where we're starting to build towards that climax. But we've still got a ways to go. We've still got, in addition to this one, we've probably got another 2 issues to go. So, but we've got, our characters are separated, and some of them haven't been separated for that long, but somehow we kind of need to get them back together, and that's kind of what I'm working at. And of course there's obstacles and everything that I'm trying to figure out how we're going to get around. That's kind of in the beginning of these stages, and I definitely I do want to get to drawing more and everything, but I have to think about this stuff, because I don't want to jump the gun and then forget about something, because there's been little things in the past like, oh, I wish I would have did that would have made this scene make a lot more sense, and then I kind of have to explain certain things, like certain just simple things like, oh, this character should have been carrying a certain object because it would have came into play later, so I wish I would have included that. So these are the things I'm thinking about now. But yeah, so right now I'm just kind of roughing out some basic story, like a basic story outlines and things, and it's gonna build from there. But that's what I'm doing today. So not as exciting as drawing, but this is part of the process. So hopefully you'll bear with me, and we'll get to drawing soon. But that's what's going on today.
This is Jameson. This is my girlfriend's dog. Isn't she cute? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? What you got? What you got? You got Wonder Woman? Hey. Go get it. Give it. Give it. Give me that. Jamie, give me that. Give me that.
All right, that'll just about do it for another day of 100 days of making comics. Let's put this day to rest. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time. Well, this is the internet. Who knows when we're going to upload? But sometime tomorrow, we will be back, and you'll be able to check out another day. Day 3. Stay tuned for day 3. We'll see you then. That is all. Hey everyone, you've seen the process. Now you can check out the story. Issues 1 through 3 of Young and the Dead are available at my website at serkworks.com. Also follow me on social media at the links listed below. Subscribe and check out some of the other videos in the series. There's much more to come.